Ooh, looky, looky. It's a tunnel. And you know what that means? It means we could do this. Hello again, YouTube. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's another glorious night. There's a little bit of cloud cover tonight, so the heat's gone down a little bit. There's a nice cooling breeze, which is very nice. I was going to talk a little bit about myself again tonight, and about wanting to live in Canada, the West Coast to be specific. If I had my way, it would be in Banff, Calgary, or Vancouver would do me down to the ground as well. But obviously it's never as easy as just a decision. I've always been interested, let's say, in Canada. Never really knew that much about it until I actually went. But I know when I was a kid, I never knew my father, but I do know he was stationed in Canada for a few years. He was a Lancaster mechanic. He got hooked on the place, begged my mother to move out there with him, and she flatly refused, and you can't really blame her. I mean, this was a home. All family, friends, our life was here, so, you know. Oh, nods all round. Very nice night. Yeah, so she never went, but I knew about it, and it sort of piqued my interest. And I think as an offshoot of that, I got interested in Siberian Huskies. Okay, they're not strictly Canadian, but you sort of associate them with dog sled races in Canada. So I spent years learning about Huskies. This was before they were trendy. Learning everything about them. Finally got one. And that was the first step towards Canada for me. After that, a friend of mine gave me a tourism video called Over Beautiful British Columbia, and basically it's a helicopter ride all around British Columbia. I got hooked on this thing to the extent that was, at the end, you couldn't actually see the picture. I'd worn the videotape out so much. This is the 80s, remember. Still had videotapes back then. Nowadays, I've actually got a digital copy of the same thing, and I still watch it. I still love it. It's so tranquil, peaceful, beautiful to look at. And I can actually say I've actually been to some of the places now. Anyway, after that, Due South came out. Benton Fraser, Royal Canadian Mounted Police, with his wolf, supposedly, Diefenberger. Again, hooked on that program, bought all the videos and then DVDs, watched it a million times over, and decided, right, yes, that's it, I want to be Canadian. Anyway, 2004, let's wait and see what this dozy Audi driver is going to do. I asked my girlfriend at the time if she would like to get married. Crazily enough, the silly woman said yes. Anyway, we decided it would be great if we could get married in Canada. Wow, thinks I. Excellent, brilliant, that would be great. But of course, there's a little thing called SAD, which I have, and basically that turned me to jelly. 3 years it took to get me out there. 2007, we finally did. Made all the arrangements myself. Everything turned out spectacular. A positive offshoot of doing that was it got me away from a family that I didn't really get on with. So I didn't have to have all the awkwardness of who to invite and who not to invite. Basically, I just sodded off and left them all to it. Obviously, my name was Mud, but so what? It was my wedding. It was my once in a lifetime, ×2, because I got to go to Canada. Anyway, I was terrified. The night before we left, we had to drive down to get the plane from, oh my god, I can't remember, was it Manchester? Anyway, somewhere down there. The drive alone seemed to take a week because my mind and my heart just pounded and pounded and pounded. And we got there, next day, got to the airport. That was an absolute nightmare. The place was crowded, it was screaming, people, it was shouting, it was arguing. Didn't like that at all. Anyway, finally got onto the plane, business class. I decided, you know, if we're going to do it, make myself as comfortable as possible because I knew I'd be a nervous wreck because of the SAD. So, business class, got in there, sat down, lovely seats. Very quiet, nice ladies serving water and what have you. And Elspeth let me have the window seat. My wife let me have the window seat. Well, my fiancée then, but soon to be my wife. Because she knew if I was on the aisle, I'd be freaking out quite a bit, so she let me have the window. So I sat myself down and looked back out the window and I could see the on-ramp. So I fixed on that. And then, as it pulled away from the plane, strangely enough, the nerves and the terror, basically, I drifted away with it. I can't explain it, I still can't explain it. I don't want to explain it, I'm happy it happened. And from that second, I was a different person. The plane taxi took off, not a problem. I had no problems at all. It didn't frighten us, it didn't freak us out or anything. Once we got to altitude, I actually put my head back and fell asleep. And didn't wake up for quite a while. The flight was quite long. I can't remember exactly how long, but it was a long, long flight. And the next thing I remember was looking out the window and seeing the Canadian Rockies all dusted with snow. Oh my god, that was it. I was hooked. Coming to land, Vancouver Airport had the airport on the left and the mountains on the right. Touchdown, got into the airport, glorious airport, lovely airport, really nice people, it wasn't crowded, it was nothing, oh Jesus, it was nothing like an English airport. Not that I've been in many, but considering the one we just left, this was bliss. Anyway, we had 17 days in Canada, one in Vancouver And then we took the Rocky Mountaineer over to Banff, which was a 2-day trek, which was great. Excellent experience. And Vancouver itself, Banff itself, the people, the food, the weather, man, I did not want to leave. But unfortunately, as these things do, the time come to leave, and we got back home, screaming people, crowded airports, shitty weather, and I just thought, I don't want this country anymore. Sorry to any Brits listening, but this is just how I feel. And after we got back, I had truly decided I wanted to move out there. So we spent an entire year trying to work out how we could move, looking into all the ins and outs, paperwork, legislation, and it just seemed like everything was against me. I mean, things were so confusing as well, and even contradictory. There was so much to get through, to read through, to learn about. And I mean, I still can't believe that it's not easier than that, because people do it all the time. It must be easier than that. I don't know if they just make it look difficult to put the people who aren't really that interested off. Time wasters, if you like. I don't know. Anyway, fast forward to 2014, and what do you know? We're thinking about it again. I mentioned it to my wife just a couple of weeks ago, and she was up for it. Now, originally, 2007, she was very ambivalent, which, again, is fair enough. There was a lot of ties, there was lots of complications, not just how to get there, but personal complications and what have you. But this time, she was bang up for it straight away. And I just thought, that's an omen. It has to be. Actually, one other thing I didn't think to mention, my wife has multiple sclerosis. And strangely enough, oddly enough, while we were in Canada, all the effects of that, virtually all the effects of that, disappeared. I tell you, it's a magic country. I mean, my poor wife, she can barely walk from one side of the house to the other without staggering, risk of falling, out of breath. That's just one of the effects of the disease. But while we were over there, we hiked up and down mountains, literally. We hiked through woods, along the rivers, for miles. I mean, literally miles. And she was fine. And I can't explain it. But if that wasn't just, I don't know, excitement, adrenaline, then I want to get that back. And if emigrating out there could give her that and give me my dreamland, then I want it. But like I say, the last time we looked into it, things are so complicated, so daunting. A lot of it was off-putting. So this time, we're actually thinking about finding an immigration consultant, someone who can point us in the right direction, basically do everything for us, take all the information that they need. I mean, these people will know what you do need to do and what you don't need to do. They'll be able to get all the right information without, you know, you putting your foot in it and doing the wrong thing or what have you. They'll do it all. Yes, it is. It's costly. I'm sure it is. But it's not going to be costly compared to my wife's health, compared to my sanity. I'm already quite disenchanted with work, so I find a new job is priority at the moment. Nobody says that job has to be in England. Anyway, just more ramble. I was hoping this vlog would actually get us down to the coast, and I've fallen short. I must have started rambling a bit too early. Anyway, I'll keep on going. I'm going to shut up, because I've said it all. I'm sure you're bored. But I'll ride past the coast. If I get some nice shots, I'll flag them on the end of the video. So I'll say my goodbyes now. As always, thanks very much for listening. If you actually stuck around right till the end, which I probably doubt, because let's face it, I was talking loud to shite and just about me. Oh, there's the ocean. I don't know if you can see that. It's always nice to come down to the ocean. Yeah, but I mean, if you don't talk about yourself in this stuff, what can you talk about really? I mean, it's not like I'm an expert at much of anything else. So, anyway, I'll shut up. I'll say my goodbyes. Thanks for watching, and hopefully, if I haven't put you off, we'll see you the next time. Catch you later. There you go. Little bit of the coastline. Does not look bonny. St Mary's Lighthouse, if you can see that. Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the sea. With Libya. How exotic. Not.